We are legitimately, and not clickbait, we are legitimately running out of cars.
Well, I'm not.
I don't even own a car.
But the industry is.
Let's dive right in with
Okay.
the most important number I think we're going to share in this entire video. We won't save it for the end. Let's dive right in. Every single month, we run through the market day supply of inventory. Market day supply is how much inventory. You explain. What is market day supply?
Market day supply is the amount of inventory that a manufacturer has for cars and trucks and how long that inventory would last at normal sales volumes.
Perfect. We built a whole website around market day supply. Join YAA.com. Put a VIN in, search for a vehicle. It'll tell you what the market day supply is of that vehicle in your area. Pops.
Yes.
Subaru.
Yes.
Last month when we made this video,
Yeah.
8-day supply of inventory.
Yeah.
That is unfathomably low, correct?
Yeah, it's like you might as well not have any.
Right now for sale in the United States of America,
there
are 10,700 Subarus available for sale. That means...
Well, that doesn't make... I mean, add all that up and that's more than 10,000. But the point is, you know, I'm not real good at math. We all know I'm not real good at math. But I'm just looking at the amount of trucks.
I should have phrased this differently.
So
the D and the I then add up to 2,400.
Yes.
The D and the I, the 4,800 and the 3,500 add up to 8,300.
Yeah, which is 10.7. Okay, so the math is right. If they continue to sell...
What is the day supply?
6 days. And if they continue to sell at the normal rate, at their normal pace, and if they didn't supply their dealers with any more cars, they would be out of cars in 6 days. Every lot would be empty.
Now, to put that into perspective here, let's talk about this in percentages. That was a 25% decrease in days supply of inventory month over month.
Yes.
You know, so you could say, okay, but it's just 2 days. No, I mean, this is a 25% decrease.
Yeah, I mean, you know, they would like their day supply of cars to be typically around 90. Not 6, not 96, but 90. Okay, they'd like to have a 3-month supply of cars in their dealer inventories so that if, God forbid, there were an issue, everybody would be able to survive. Right now, there's a 6-day supply of vehicles in their dealerships' inventories, and if there is any further disruption in the ability to be able to manufacture, they're out of business.
Or a spike in demand, an unforeseen spike in demand.
If there's a flood, if there's an earthquake, if there's a fire.
We saw a train get derailed with Ford F-150s recently. If that happens to some Subaru Crosstreks.
Yeah, you know, and the Subarus that are made in Japan. That I don't know what happens if a ship that's carrying 3,000 Subarus sinks. I mean, and that happens. Okay, so if there's any disruption, unforeseen disruption, they're out of business.
So if you're in the market right now, and we're going to run through all the other manufacturers here in a second. And again, we put this back on the YAA community many days before this video is coming out. So check that link down below, joinyaa.com, and also run those market day supply for your area.
Yes.
But Dad, if you're in the market to buy a Subaru Outback right now, a Subaru Legacy, whatever the heck it is.
Whatever it is.
What expectations should you have going into a dealership?
Well, that nobody's going to give you a discount below MSRP, typically. That many of the dealers that are out there that have any type of inventory might be marking it up 2 or 3 or 4 up to $5,000 in market adjustments. And you're not going to have the selection.
Yeah, that's the big one.
That you want, so that if you have a particular color with a particular interior with a particular trim level, the likelihood is it doesn't exist.
Yep. Let's run through the other manufacturers, but Subaru is definitely the lead off here in terms of holy cow, what's going on there. Toyota, their market day supply dropped 2 as well, from 19 days in the prior month to 17 days this month.
But they have almost 3 times the day supply of cars as Subaru.
And let that sink in.
Yeah.
Because a typical Toyota dealership would want 90 days of supply.
Yeah.
Insane.
Yes.
Volvo, who has been a stalwart of having inventory throughout this pandemic because primarily less demand for them.
Yeah.
Down from a 30-day supply to a 25-day supply. a non-trivial decrease there.
Yeah, they have the same number of vehicles in inventory nationally as Subaru does, and they probably have a fraction of the number of dealerships.
And we can also do the math here. We can figure out how much, like the demand proxy, or the proxy for demand here is about 5x? Yeah, 4x.
Yeah.
4 times as many Subarus are being sold as Volvos. That's actually kind of cool that we could just do that math. Mazda, Dad. This is incredible.
Yeah.
16-day supply the prior week, down to a 13-day supply.
Yeah. These are staggering numbers, which indicates to me that there won't be any downward movement in retail prices on the new car side of things for quite some time, because it's going to take time to build these inventory levels back up to where a dealer won't feel it's necessary to ask for the additional dealer markup.
You then have Hyundai Kia, Dad, down from a 22, or it was at a 22, now they're at a 17-day supply of inventory. Honda as well. Let me scroll back up here. Honda, they're actually at a 21-day supply, down from 23. Yeah. Now, the one manufacturer, Dad, that didn't decrease month over month was actually our dear friends over at Ford, who have struggled mightily during the pandemic. They went from a 35-day supply to a 36-day supply.
Yes.
What do you think's moving the needle over there at Ford?
Well, probably some of those trucks that have been sitting have gotten some chips.
Yeah, you might be right about that.
Yeah, that would be my guess.
Yeah,
and the Bronco. They've been able to produce some Broncos and some Mach-E's, I'm thinking.
Yes, they've been able to get the Broncos out. That's definitely helped. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pull up inventory levels from 2019. Okay. Let's pull up some inventory for levels from 2019, and let's compare.
And now, can we tell everybody we haven't looked at this before?
We do live streams on Thursdays typically and Saturdays. We also do them live during the videos. The first thing you'll notice, and we'll put this up on the screen.
Yes.
A lot more manufacturers used to report inventory levels.
Yes. They don't want to report because it's so dire.
Okay.
Let's look at Subaru first and foremost, because that's where we started.
They were at a 25-day supply of inventory.
Yeah, so even then, even 2 years ago, because their sales were so strong, because they went on like a 10 or 12-year period of time where month over month, year over year, they had phenomenal growth.
Yeah.
So they had a little more than 4 times the amount of inventory and dealerships 2 years ago than they have at the present time.
Toyota was at a 68-day supply.
Yeah.
Mazda was at a 74-day supply.
Hey, look at Mitsubishi.
Mitsubishi had been at a 123-day supply. Look at all the brands that used to report. We used to have Mitsubishi. We used to have Jaguar. We used to have Mercedes-Benz. We used to have Nissan. People ask us all the time, where's VW Group?
Yeah, well, if they don't share their information with the automotive news, it doesn't get shared with us.
So that gives you some perspective here. Ford was at a 95-day supply way back when.
Yes.
So everyone's experienced about a 3x or a 4x decrease in days supply of
Honda
inventory.
was at 72.
And again, hop back to today.
Honda's at 21.
That's not good.
No, I'm telling you, they want to be between 60 and 90-day supply is where they feel comfortable. And they don't feel comfortable when it's anywhere near or below a 30-day supply.
The F series used to be at 104-day supply,
and that was and has been forever the number one selling pickup truck in America.
43-day supply now.
Yeah.
Again, we recently did videos about fleet sales. We've recently done videos about Ford moving to an inventory style that has less inventory at the dealership.
Yes.
People keep buying with such little inventory. It's going to stick. But this just puts in perspective how ludicrous and how different this is than years in the past.
You're not talking about the rapper, are you?
And I appreciate his music. It is very timely. And all right, let's jump to another year. Let's see. Maybe you want to go back to, I don't know, 20... Name a year. I think this will be interesting.
2017.
I was hoping you'd go a little further back.
Why?
Just for fun. Gotta live a little, Pops.
I've lived 70 years. That's more than a little.
All right, here we go. This is from 2017. Let's look at Subaru. Subaru was at a 40. The prior month, they had been at a 50-day supply.
Yeah.
And I want to look at Mazda again. 60-day supply. Prior month had been at an 86-day supply.
Yeah. Mitsubishi was still over 100.
Anyway, that gives you some perspective here. Inventories are low.
Yes.
And less manufacturers are reporting their inventory than ever before.
Yes.
Not a good combo.
No. Well, it's not a good combo for the consumer because it just means if you want to buy a car, you're going to pay too much for that car or truck right now.
Yeah. Check out the data down below, joinyaa.com. Get the market day supply in your area as well.
Yes.
And good luck.
Yes. Thank you for listening.
See you, Dad.
Yep. Bye.